Let's go to all messages, share stream, copy. You know that you will find a way. Whoa, find a way. Show your love always your way, and right away you will find a way. Cheers, Katie Beats. Trying to find a good video to watch. I think we're watching MMA on point. W Taco Bell. I'm getting Taco Bell right now. 2 cheers. Cheers, bro. Just watch. Bro, just watch. You're live on your iPad. Watching myself live. We're gonna watch an MMA on point video. 10 most disputed UFC title fights. 10 times the division was ruled by someone who wasn't champ. Fulfilled prophecies. I guess.
Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
Yeah, I copped the Mountain Dew outside of Taco Bell. It's all good. Oh, hell no. Why does this one seem like it was cracked already?
Red Bull gives you wings.
Doesn't matter how long you've been an MMA fan, you probably know by now that it's pretty common for someone to be called a future champion just as a promising prospect. But it's also pretty common that the majority of those will never
I feel like this
end up
soda was
touching
flat
UFC
already.
gold. Predictions are plentiful in MMA, but on the very rare occasions certain fighters have been able to follow the exact
Low key, this soda, it didn't like snap when I opened it.
Some fighters have manifested things, others just had people behind them with insane belief in their abilities that all turned out to be true. I'm Bailey from Melbourne. Big thank you as always to all the channel.
It's not really bubbly. It's like flat, bro. What the fuck?
Number 10, Barsroom. There was a lot of unknown territory back in the 90s when Bars was getting into these martial arts, but much of the massive success he had this year was...
It's like someone snapped it and put it back. They let off the carbonation out, bro. Oh, I'm kind of pissed about that. I kind of can't tell too though. And I don't think you can like take. Is that how the Baja Blast is, or is it? It obviously has carbonation because you can see it.
I go, no, I told you I'm not going to fight anymore. She says, yeah, but you said Holland. You're going to go to Japan.
A few years later, and she'd do the same thing, telling Bars he was going to move to the US and would make it in the entertainment business.
2 years later, she had a good beginning. And I go, now what? She goes, you're going to move to America. You're going to have a TV show.
He did end up moving to the US with his family, and I suppose the rest is history. But what a supportive woman that is right there. Number 9, Vadim Nemkov.
Cheers.
The
Cheers,
biggest
Efren.
MMA star out of Russia has to be Fedor Emelianenko. He completely dominated the sport of MMA, going unbeaten for 9 years. His background was Sambo, something I don't think most martial artists had even heard of at the time. Fedor had been a multiple-time combat Sambo world champion, and in 2015, that year's winner would catch his eye, Vadim Nemkov. And not only was he now a champion like Fedor, but he was even from the same town of Stary Oskol. In fact, as a schoolboy, Vadim had met Fedor at a summer training camp for kid athletes while he was prepping for Brett Rogers. After winning the World Championships, Vadim joined his team as his protege. Still a young man, and now with a legend to guide him. From his rising debut fight, you can see Fedor in Nemkov's corner, who apparently helped him a lot with his tactics during his fights the most. In 2017, Vadim would enter Bellator and start to get media attention at just 25 years old, taking out former champions. And of course, this whole time he was training under Fedor. Now, while there isn't a very literal prediction for Nemkov's success in this case, and that might be because, he doesn't speak English and nor does Fedor, his actual career success very much replicated that of Fedor's. It got to the point where Scott Coker, the promoter, was telling people he thought he was the best 205er in the world.
Nemkov is a beast, man. He knows everything. We have the best 205-pound light heavyweight division in MMA right now.
Starting the kind of conversations people used to have about Fedor and comparing him as the Pride champ to the UFC champs. Obviously, Dana White didn't agree with Coker, but he never acknowledged Fedor either, even if he did try to sign him later, which it turns out now Dana White might be open to with Nemkov.
We'll see. Sounds good to me.
Either way, since being a young boy, just for Nemkov personally, he always wanted to follow in the footsteps of his hero, and that was his plan the whole time.
I want to continue his legacy, actually, because we're all from the same city.
It doesn't.
All from Russia.
And now he has matched the 9-year unbeaten record of his mentor, continuing the dominance of Sambo in mixed martial arts. Number 8, Sean O'Malley. Don't know if you were around for the first season of Dana White.
So I did something weird, a little different, and I got a soft taco.
Tender series, but
That's
they
it.
had an alternative commentary on Fight Pass with Uriah Faber and Snoop Dogg, which only made debut and start of O'Malley's career even more viral. And with that, he basically announced his arrival and the start of, well, the Sugar Show, which was his way of saying, I'm going to take over while getting spectacular knockouts. And at least at first, that was exactly what he was doing. It was highly entertaining and he was picking up performance bonuses. His skill level and appeal to a younger audience definitely made his early growth feel genuinely organic. But the funny thing about Sean's prophecy is, it almost at one point starts to feel manufactured. Fans definitely weren't wrong when they were saying he was given good stylistic matchups for his striking, and after his injury and loss to Marlon Vera, well, the Sugar Show definitely lost a ton of esteem. The UFC then giving him another 3 relatively easy opponents after that only made some fans resent Sean even more, but he never promised to make everyone love him, just that he was going to take over. And despite that loss to Cheeto, a very close and a controversial decision with Piotr Yan, O'Malley still knocked out the champion and brought the Sugar Show into full realization. You could add to that by looking at the live gate numbers he's pulled, 2 of the biggest in UFC history, but it's debated by some fans because of ticket prices and also other fighters that were on those cards. Either way, that kid who boldly told the world, welcome to the Sugar Show, made no promises of how he was going to get there, only that we were about to watch it happen. Number 7, Ilia Topuria. It's not uncommon for people to look up or try to replicate the success of others in any sport. But as some people have pointed out with Ilia Topuria, he went one step further when trying to follow after Conor McGregor's career. I mean, he even got very similar tattoos. But more than anything, it was clear like McGregor, Topuria was predicting for himself and manifesting for himself, not just a belt, but a title.
I got a soft taco, a regular taco, and I redeemed this Chalupa Supreme. And I got a grilled cheese burrito too. The grilled cheese burrito I kind of leave it last because it's a burrito, and it's not gonna get any fucking crispier. You know what I mean?
Uncommon, but this insane belief in himself led all the way to the title and to knocking out one of the greatest champions in UFC history, and he was talking to himself the whole
Me
time
too,
about
Guterman, me
fulfilling
too.
his dream. Now, to have a dream to win the championship, that is not uncommon. But Topuria is a guy who, again, literally believes in manifestation.
I call this because I knew it. It's a surprise for a lot of people, but for me, it's like I knew it.
And the guy went all in on that, and it helped him build one of the strongest and most confident mindsets I think we've ever seen in the sport.
I don't need to see to believe. I believe, then I see.
And of course, he's been pretty much spot on with every prediction he's made.
Yeah, crush him in the first round. Trust me, what I'm telling you.
In the first round.
In the first round, I'm gonna put his lights out.
The explanation for Topuria's success is without a doubt his hard work and dedication to the sport, but he 100% thought if he believed hard enough, he'd be able to dream up his perfect life, and so far, well, he's made everything happen. Number 6.
For the ones keeping business in gear and always moving forward, there's Granger. For the ones who get it done.
Alex Pereira. Now this is an interesting story, and it climaxes with the dethroning of a champion, and it really actually all starts and ends with Israel Adesanya.
He watches all my fights, and every time I fight, he'll try and put something out like, I beat this guy.
Now, the actual reality of this story is that in 2015, Alex Pereira had already tried his hand at MMA a whole year before he ever fought Israel Adesanya, so the idea that he was following him into MMA wasn't even true. However, Alex did see that interview, and he told MMA Junkie, when Israel Adesanya joined the UFC, I started taking a close look because I had an interest in fighting MMA. I felt challenged, and whenever there's a challenge, no one can hold me back. I wanted new challenges, and the UFC was it. But where the prophecy part really kicks in, though, is at this point, Israel Adesanya was already known for manifesting his own destiny.
Looking up at his vision board, and what he had done, he'd got one of his mates to take a photo of him and superimpose the middleweight UFC championship belt around him. At the edge of his bed, looking up at this vision board going, I'm the UFC middleweight champion of the world.
And he did. He became the champion. And then he created these storylines for himself to follow with his defences and his opponents. And he effectively created this one for himself with Alex Pereira, even though some parts of it weren't technically true, and even though it totally backfired this time.
Cleared the path for him, and yeah, without me, he wouldn't be here.
When they fought the first time, Izzy was right that Alex had come for his title in the UFC, but wrong when he thought it was going to be him that came out victorious. Of course, in the rematch, the story was flipped completely the other way. It's an all-time great rivalry, and there's plenty of prophecies being fulfilled. Number 5, BJ Penn. Okay, so it's been said before about the impressiveness of what BJ Penn did in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but it's kind of the origin point of why people call him the prodigy. 10 years, they say on average, it takes to get a BJJ blue if you're dedicated and actually good enough. In 1997, BJ started training under Ralph Gracie. Only 3 years later, Andre Pederneiras, future coach of Jose Aldo, gave BJ Penn his black belt. And only weeks after that, he was in Rio at the World Jiu-Jitsu Championships, where he won the black belt division. He was 18 when he started training, and he was now the first non-Brazilian to ever win the World Championships. And so, the prodigy was born. Of course, the UFC heard about it, and they brought him in. The prodigy would go on to absolutely dominate, and we saw flashes of the unique brilliance that was part of his style. But the true testament to the nickname of prodigy isn't just his BJJ skills. It's that he was able to repeat this ability to absorb martial arts by becoming an incredibly dangerous
Shark crack into the
He went on
burrito.
to beat some truly great fighters, dethroning Matt Hughes when he was on top. And at the weight class, that was thought of as impossible, but not for the prodigy. He beat Takanori Gomi, the future Pride champion, and even at welterweight, he went toe-to-toe with GSP in their first fight, his striking, again, being a key factor in that one, forcing GSP to wrestle. From 2007 to 2009, it felt like he then truly became everything everyone had predicted. Setting the record for defenses as a lightweight champion, he was an unstoppable force of nature at this time. No longer a prodigy, but a master of his art. Islam Makhachev. Without a doubt, what Habib was remembered throughout MMA history, becoming an undefeated champion and never losing. But of course, he credits a lot of it to his father, Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov, who from a very early age began training not just Habib, but a whole roster of Dagestani kids who began to make world champions. His son Habib was the first in line, but even before that was happening, he was predicting not just that Islam Makhachev would be next, but that he'd even be better.
более голодный, который должен прийти на замену Хабибу. Хабиб уходит из проигрыша, и тут появляется новый чемпион, опять мой.
In 2015, he'd given an interview to All Boxing stating, "This boy has been training with me since he was 6 or 7 years old. He has a very correct tactical mindset, a very competent guy, physically gifted and has good striking technique. At his age, he is even better than Habib. This guy will show himself, you will see."
I was watching video from about 18 years ago where Habib was talking we were going to be competing in the World Sambo Championship. Did you believe then that Habib would be champion and you would be champion of the UFC?
For sure. When Habib was like, you take the belt, and I understand. I think I did the same thing, training with him all life.
This is why they always talk about father's plan coming to fruition. The prophecy Abdulmanap laid out when these guys were just kids, it all came true.
These guys grew up as kids together, as little boys, training together, aspiring to be the same. Father had the plan for all of them to rule, Habib to rule, then Islam to come. And that's why, I call it Father's plan, so people don't ever forget how great Abdulmanap was.
Islam Makhachev went on to do exactly what Abdulmanap had predicted. He captured the lightweight title and he completely dominated the division. He is certainly a much more well-rounded fighter than Habib. If ultimately he is actually better, I suppose time will tell, but Father's plan still came to fruition. Number 3, John Jones. It was almost like watching a video game character, the way John Jones just effortlessly blew through everyone at the start of his UFC run. The night he won the title, Dana White was absolutely blown away by his performance, and now looking at the youngest champion ever in the history of the promotion, a record that has still not been broken. And well, White was already ready to make big predictions about his future.
He looked like a 10-year professional tonight. He looks like he's a mile ahead of everybody else. Not only is he the number 1 light heavyweight in the world, he just shot right up in the pound for pound.
And he was not the only one saying stuff like this.
I just went back and I was talking to Shogun. Shogun said the kid's amazing. That kid is an incredible athlete and an amazing fighter.
What happened next was everything Dana had said. John only got better. He only continued to prove he was levels above everyone else, and White saw his future get even brighter.
John Jones is without a doubt one of the greatest talents we've seen in this sport in a long time. There's no doubt he's on his way to being one of the greatest, maybe of all time.
Now those predictions were all coming true, but he also said something else.
And we've battled some rocky roads, we'll put it that way.
If you ask me, maybe Dana knew the rumors about Jones' life.
That looked like a post-fight press conference. Vitor's all beat up. John Jones has like a broken arm, it looked like.
Ready for an ultra?
Ready for an ultra?
Don't forget, this ultra's on the line.
John Jones is without a doubt one of the greatest talents we've seen in this sport in a long time. There's no doubt he's on his way to being one of the greatest, maybe of all time.
Now those predictions were all coming true, but he also said something else.
And we've battled some rocky roads, we'll put it that way.
If you ask me, maybe Dana knew the rumors about Jones's party lifestyle, even famously stating only John Jones could beat John Jones. And of course, he was right again. Subsequently, over the years, he just got into more and more trouble outside of the cage. Really, John fulfilled 2 prophecies. Picked out and crowned as the youngest champion ever, he went on to become arguably the greatest of all time. All that fame and money at such a young age, all of the predictions about what might happen as a result, also kind of came true. Number 2, Conor McGregor. Of course, most people know that from day one, the Notorious was set out to do something that, at the time, most people thought, even in Ireland, was impossible.
Without a doubt, you will see me on the UFC in the near future.
No one from Ireland had ever gotten a win in the UFC, but he manifested 2 Cage Warriors world titles and made that goal a reality.
I've gone in and I've held 2 belts at the same time, but at the end of the day, you can say all you want. It's about going in and showing it.
The first major milestone, promising to bring the UFC back to Ireland and following through. In a literal sense, he also started to predict which round he was now going to KO his opponents, like Dustin Poirier.
I don't just knock them out, I pick the round.
He even said that the Jose Aldo fight would be over in one exchange for months, and it pretty much was. McGregor had also said he wanted to be the biggest star in the sport, and he made that happen as well, becoming the first MMA fighter to get on the Forbes top 10 earning athletes. But if you ever wanted to see an example of a man who got everything he ever wanted, and he even had to work hard for it, it's clear that it came with its price. There have been darker parts to his life and his career, but Conor had literally been, from a young age, manifesting all of this for himself. Number 1, Rorion Gracie. You might think that the Gracie's plan to take over the world of martial arts was constructed for years, but as Rorion Gracie, the first Gracie to come over to the US, tells it almost got all started by accident.
I started teaching Jiu-Jitsu very young, and when I was about 17 years old, I had saved enough money, I decided to come to the States to spend a month vacation here.
But while staying in the US, his return ticket home and wallet would be stolen.
So they told me it's going to take 6 months to make sure nobody uses my tickets. I had no money, didn't speak English, no ticket, and no cash.
He ended up flipping burgers at a White Castle.
Asking for a spare change so they could eat, sleeping in a newspaper on the sidewalk. Like that year that I spent in America, I went back to Brazil, and all I could think about is returning to the United States. Is when I decided to make my move in 1978 to finally come to America with the objective this time of teaching Jiu-Jitsu.
Rorion wanted to spread the word, believing that everyone would love Jiu-Jitsu and obviously show how effective his family's martial art was.
And that's when I had a chance to put a mat on my garage. And every time I met, I invited for a free class on my garage in Hermosa Beach. And if you bring a friend, I'll get you another free class. If you bring 10 friends, I'll get you 10 free classes. My karate instructor, Kung Fu instructor is now jealous not doing jiu-jitsu with you, no longer training with him. He wants to challenge you to a fight. He thinks jiu-jitsu is useless and he wants to beat you up to prove that his stuff is better. I said, well, bring it in.
Poirier was proven, but yeah, BJJ was more effective against all these other martial arts. Word got around, and Art Davey saw an article about the Gracie challenge fights in Playboy magazine, and he pitched to Poirier the concept of the UFC.
And bring all the styles together. No holds barred, and let's see who the best man is. Let's see who the best fighter in the world is.
Poirier, as he always wanted, was finally positioned to share jiu-jitsu with the world, but the first choice for UFC 1 was actually Guy Hickson. Apparently, though, Hickson had been teaching students privately in his own garage, and after he did it 3 separate times, Poirier did not let him compete. Instead, he selected the much younger and smaller Hoist to represent the family, believing that he was going to be the guy to really showcase what the martial art was all about.
It's always a risky move checking my nose in the stream camera. But I do it. Yeah, man. Another night, another bag of fast food down. Couldn't make it I couldn't even make it 2 weeks. I couldn't even make it 2 weeks. Eating clean. I got tired of cleaning, bro. I got tired of staying. Because I usually come home late from work. That's why I kind of eat fast food, because it's fast and easy and convenient, you know. I usually get home kind of late. I don't feel like getting home and then cooking and then having to clean and then being up till like 1, 2 a.m., bro. Whole house smell like steak back to back daily, like food. And then I gotta wake up and cook again. Well, I usually eat like once a day, but I don't know. It is the healthiest fast food option, I guess. I mean, I felt better. I think I felt like I was starting to look healthier. Like I felt like I was starting to look slimmer. I'm not even gonna front. Haven't even been alive for 30 minutes and I ate all that food. I feel like I was starting to look slimmer and maybe even feel a little like I had more energy throughout my days. But I feel like it's too short of an amount of time to really tell, you know. Well, I do feel like I was starting to look slimmer for sure. And I don't want to just completely undo all the progress I did, because, I mean, shit, that's like a good tolerance break from bullshit, you know, so. I think what I will do from now on is I will stick to making dinner every night, even though I hate it. And, I just, you know what, I get tired of steak and rice. Actually, I don't really get tired of steak and rice, if I'm being honest with you. I love steak and rice. But steak is expensive. I kind of want to do chicken thighs. I want to cook up some chicken thighs, but I don't know. I feel like I'm going to dry out the chicken. Chicken's not like steak. It's not like you can make it fucking rare, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. We'll see. I think I'll start eating a lot of chicken thighs and lime rice. Lime cilantro rice. Tomorrow, when I get back home, or before I get home, I'm buying chicken thighs and I'm buying cilantro. And then Saturday is gonna be my cheat day for me. Cheers. Don't get me wrong, I love a good tortilla, I could do like a lettuce wrap too. It's not bad. A lettuce wrap. I would like that. I would eat some lettuce wrap. This whole looks tasty, bro. This looks better on camera than it does in real life too. Like seeing it on camera, I want to take a drink of that shit. Oh, got it right in front of me. Fucking sugar water, bro. Carbonated corn syrup water. Water, carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup, natural and artificial flavors, citric acid, sodium benzoate, preserves freshness, caffeine, gum, Arabic, sodium citrate, calcium disodium EDTA to protect flavor, sucrose acetate, isobutrate, yellow 5, blue 1, PepsiCo. 95 milligrams sodium, fat, none. 73 grams of sugar, 147% of the daily suggested daily value. 147% of and I ate. Actually, the thing that I had earlier had no sugar. I just had a Costco slice today, I think. No. I had a fish and cheese sandwich. Sodium bomb too. It only has 95 milligrams of sodium, 4%. Is that a lot? I feel like that wasn't a lot. That's why I didn't really mention it. But the Taco Bell that I had, the food that I just had was a fucking sodium bomb. That was a sodium bomb for sure. That's why I don't eat. That's why I be trying to eat like once a day, because I be feeling so bad that I ate some crazy shit like that I'm like, fuck, I'm not gonna eat till tomorrow night. I just be drinking water, maybe eating some fruit, maybe like cuties and apples, but lime water, cuties, apples, it's like my every day. Every day is I drink lime water and I have at least like I try to eat an apple and one cutie at least, if not 2 cuties. Orange water? I never heard of no orange water. Never heard of that. I thought about it though. I have cuties, and I thought like maybe squeezing them into my water, like lime water. But yeah, I haven't really fully committed to trying it. But I've thought about it. Cheers. Take it with me. This is the Blackberry Kush. Yeah, I got the packaging right here. Blackberry Kush Canna Whoop Ass by Canna Organics. I want to play some Fortnite, man. I want to play some Fortnite, but I'm gonna have some company over. Hopefully they don't mind. It's one of them nights, man. I'm trying to get a dub. Gooderman, when are you gonna get back on Fort, my boy? Cheers. I want to blink this. I'm kind of scared to blink it because I don't want to burn it or anything like that, but we'll just hit the regular type of blinker. Cheers, Katie Beats. You got banned from Fort? Bullshit. I'll take one for you, Incubus. Cheers. Let's stop playing games. I know that's plastic love. I'm out of here, guys. I'm going to go hop on Fortnite, but I'm ending the stream. I've been going through my phone gallery and my backup phone gallery and my iPad gallery. I've been trying to organize all my videos to get ready to upload, because I want to start uploading new videos and filming new videos. But I got so many, I got like 30 to 50 videos, all old videos. Some of them are like unseen, a lot of them are like re-uploads. I just need to go through the videos, and I need to go through all of these videos, edited and not edited, and try to date them so I can upload them in chronological order. So I'm gonna do that probably tomorrow, most likely tomorrow, because today I was transferring stuff around. I'm gonna get them ready to start uploading and editing in chronological order, and then we'll start uploading more consistently. I started off kind of strong in January, and then like 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, I haven't uploaded anything. Just the lives, and I don't want to start doing that again where I just live stream all the time, because I haven't been uploading. So tomorrow I'm going through all my videos and trying to organize them chronologically, get them ready to just start uploading. I'm gonna just try to upload a shitload of videos and have them scheduled to upload, but it's kind of hard because I have 3 devices. They all gotta be updated, connected to Wi-Fi. Gotta check the settings. It's not hard. It's not that hard, but it's a little time consuming. That's all. And then shit, I just gotta do it though. But yeah, shitload of new videos coming up. A lot of new videos coming up. Actually, I'll be thinking of picking up the camera almost every day just to film something, turning nothing into something, you know what I mean? That's how I used to do it. I used to create something out of nothing, and that's what I like to do. So I want to get back to it soon. Like just literally just little vlogs, like not even crazy vlogs, like a day where like I'll go get like a new cartridge and a car wash, or go get something, like a day where I do kind of a lot of stuff in one day. But it's more kind of interesting stuff, not just like boring shit like paying bills or like, I mean shit, I could film anything really, but yeah, I'm out of here. Peace out, y'all. Catch me in the Smokers Club Discord. Catch me on Fortnite, Instagram, YouTube, Kick, all that stuff. Editing videos does take mad long. UFC Seattle this Saturday. UFC Seattle weigh-ins on Friday. Climate Pledge Arena, man. Beat me there. Don't meet me there, man. I'm out of here. Shout out to Last King. Shout out to Guterman. Last King. Shout out to Inubis. Shout out to Katie Beats. Efren. I'm out of here.